Yo, what's going on, guys? Gonna be showing you how to carry out on Nocturne jungle here in season 12. He's in an okay spot right now. As long as you're taking the right runes and items, you can still carry on very easily. You don't really want to go lethality. Assassin items on him right now, they're a little over nerfed. It shouldn't be recommending these. In fact, his best items are actually Goredrinker and Stridebreaker. Goredrinker's a bit better though, allows him to scrap harder and longer. He stays alive. For your runes, you're going to want Lethal Tempo with Triumph, Alacrity, _Q, Eyeball, and Ultimate Hunter. Definitely don't be taking Electrocute or Hella Blades. Lethal Tempo is the best by far at the moment on Nocturne. We're up against a Vayne jungle. That's a very strange pick. What you're going to struggle against most on Nocturne are melee champions that you just straight up can't beat no matter what. And that is pretty much Warwick and Udyr. Those are the first two that come to mind that even if you play it right, they're just going to have a lot more in their kits than you do before you have items. Now, once you have items, you could honestly solo Warwick on Nocturne, like once you're a Goredrinker. But pre-full item, Warwick and Udyr are going to be no-goes. For ranged champions, as long as you land your Q on them, it's a huge movement speed bonus for you whenever you're walking on your trail, and it also gives you more attack speed. The reason we get our W level 2 is it gives us a bunch of passive attack speed. Did I say attack speed? No, his Q gives him attack damage and movement speed. His W gives him attack speed. Victor's playing pretty far up. We could probably do something there. Top lane got first blood. Whenever you auto attack a monster or a champion, it puts your passive on a lower cooldown, which lets you do your spin move. Victor's playing really far up, but I would like to get my red buff first. Plus, Zeri doesn't really have any CC to help the gank go properly. Phase rush Victor is going to be hard to tie down. Usually on Nocturne, you're just looking to full clear, then gank. In this case, I'm going to swing by mid. Your full clear on Nocturne is usually going to be something around 325 to 330. At fastest, it's really 320. We have something here we can do. Yeah, we're gonna get her with our... I just blocked her condemn. I'm gonna ignite her. I need something though here. We're gonna movement speed away on our Q. And this is actually gonna be really hard to get away. We're a lot closer than I would like it to be. Vayne might be able to pinch us if she comes from the side here. That was really, really close fight. I'm gonna push it this way. We'll chop it down with our E to take off its shield. Your W blocks the next incoming spell that hits you while it's on. Main auto attack condemned reset on us, and we block the condemn with our W, giving us even more attack speed and obviously blocking the condemn altogether. First item rush is gonna look like a boots into double longsword, and if you can't afford anything else, then you're gonna grab a control word. It's fine to use your Q to get around the map. Just make sure it's not on cooldown when you're actually ready to go to a camp. Since we're coming from out of base, it's fine to use it for its movement speed bonus. Their team, I'd say, really outscales us, so we're going to have to end this game early. We're not going to outscale a Jinx and a Vayne _Q. They have double tank with massive 80 carries and a mage, so I don't think we're going to be able to outscale that with our team comp of Kled and Lucian. I think Zeri scaling is just fine, but the Lucian Kled scaling is definitely on the lower side. You can go for Flash or Ghost on Nocturne. You don't have to go for Ignite. The big perks of going for Ignite is it guarantees your solo fights. If you're up against even a Warwick or Udyr, it helps a lot. Xin Zhao's, Hecarim's, Lee Sin's, having the Ignite ensures you'll win your Scuttle fights, which is really easy way to win games, Iron through Diamond, because people will just blind fight you on Scuttles, not realizing you have Ignite advantage, and then they lose Scuttle fight and die, and you snowball the game from there. You hit level 6 first and win. Looking for a full clear because we don't have a gank on the map. We can try to path towards bot lane, but we'll have to reset to do it. You do normally look for the full 6 can't clear on Nocturne initially. The only reason we didn't was because Victor was so far shoved up. Otherwise, you would look more for the full clear rather than a 5 camp. We'll go ahead, pick up Caulfield's hammer. And I guess we'll wait for the ruby crystal. If you're going to wait for less than 30 gold, it's fine to buy an item, but you don't really want to be waiting for more than 30. If I did have to wait for more than 30, I might have sold my control ward or possibly my refill potion. We're getting close to level 6. Jinx is shoved up. She doesn't have boots, neither does Thresh. I have boots advantage. I'm moving 370. She's only moving 325. Quite a bit faster than they are. Vayne is top side. Once again, that is their jungler. Vayne jungle might seem troll, but I've done videos on it. It's actually solid as long as she can get a kill in her first clear, just like Twitch jungle. And she did get a kill in her first clear. Her red buff's up. That's the downside to ganking as a jungler. You show yourself on the mini-map and you make your jungle vulnerable to stuff like this. I wasn't using my E on it initially because I thought Victor was coming over here, and your E is a very long cooldown. I missed my I'm gonna use my R as an auto attack resetter. You can use it and then delay the second part. So she ended up kiting that not the best to where I was able to just walk into her, and then once she was out of my auto attack range, then I used my R's, essentially the dash. When you first click your R, it just makes things go dark. You have to click it over them again to actually enact the dash portion, and the dash portion does pretty much double your auto attack damage. So just think of your R as a gap closer / solid attack resetter. You can W the dragon attack to get the even more bonus attack speed from your W. Dragon autos are coded as ability hits, so they'll take off banshees. And Nocturne W sit for spell shield. Got dragon. We take blue gromp same time. Vayne might pressure into our red buff here. That's okay. We got dragon, so even if she gets our red, it's a decent trade. We'll hit them both with our Q, and we're applying our red buff burn and jungle item burn to both of them, and our passive AoE spin. Victor got a shut down mid. Our R's on cooldown. Their team is very mixed damage with the Kench, Thresh. They're mixed damage. Plus they have Victor and 280 carries. So I think we might just go for Lucidities this game. Plus if we went for plated steel caps, Vayne does a lot of true damage, which would cut right through that. The question is this guy going to stay for more than 2 plates? No, he's not. He's backing off. We want to get close to this wall to soak minion XP from over it. We can actually get all 3 of these casters. And our R's up. This guy's about to die. We're going to walk at him, get him to waste his stun. Okay, he's already too far away. Never mind. We got his flash and his R. That's decent. I'm surprised he had literally both and soloed Zeri, but I mean, it happens. All we burned was our R, and we got really everything out of Victor. Our red buff's still up. We're sitting on a lot of gold. Vayne's wraps are down. Ooh, she might actually come back for those. I just don't have anything to really get to her right now. We'll actually go ahead and get our Lucidities, and then we'll finish our Goredrinker. It's kind of annoying having to fish for the items. It should really have Nocturne's 2 best mythic items right now as his recommended, but it's still recommending Duskblade, even though Duskblade Nocturne, at least if you're going by win rate, Duskblade Nocturne and Eclipse Nocturne and Prowler's Claw Nocturne right now are far inferior to Goredrinker and Stridebreaker. They don't give any HP, and Nocturne is very, 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 very strong with Season 12 lethal tempo, which lethality items don't necessarily play around. We're gonna max our E second because per level gets a lot of damage. Plus the fear duration goes up, cooldown goes down, everything you really want. I'm hoping, oh yeah, this isn't warded. Vayne might walk into us. Kench is still a little bit healthy for me to want to go in 1 versus 2 here. I'm hoping, yeah, Vayne does this. We're going to hit her with an auto attack Q. Run her down, hit her with an auto attack. Kench clearly didn't notice, or he doesn't care. He's going for the plates. We can save our R as a gap closer after he uses his dash. Oh, hey, buddy. And whenever you fear someone, you get 90% bonus movement speed towards them. So even if they have phase rush, you'll run them down. Fear also applies a slow. It's kind of like an 80% slow as they're running away from you. So phase rush would negate that. You're still faster than they are because 90% movement speed is insane. Got to get close enough to R this guy. Once he's inside of our circle, we'll let him have it. Don't have vision of him. We'll need the minions. Hey, buddy. And he's dead. I didn't use my W. Should have done that. We'd already taken his flash down, so I guess we didn't. We had enough damage output to finish him. I'm actually too low to be doing this. I don't know where Vayne is. She can run me down. Vayne gets a bunch of bonus movement speed when moving towards enemy champions. Once you can see her, oftentimes it's too late if she has the distance to chase you. She's bot side. We could push for her wolves. Likely she is going for that 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐶𝐶, and she is a full item. She has Bork. I'm not even full item yet, and I have twice her CS and more kills. Now I could back and get it right now. At this moment, without R, she could probably solo me. Vayne jungle is very, very scary once she has gold. It's a hyper carry. Vayne, once she is one full item, Vayne jungle is way better than one full item Twitch jungle or one full item Kindred jungle because her damage output's way higher single target. Her biggest weakness as a jungler is she can't take raptors or krugs very efficiently. With the way her silver bolts work, it's just kind of inefficient, but with everything else she takes it pretty good. The red, blue, Gromp, and wolves she's okay at. I don't have R. I can't really get over there very quick. Like we talked about, she's on an item power spike that we're just not on right now. So I'm going to go ahead and reset. If she gets dragon, it is what it is. I don't have ignite or R. I don't want to fight her here. Trust me, it's just not worth it. Second item, you're usually looking to get Sterix or Black Cleaver. I'm going to opt for the Black Cleaver. One, because Kench is giga tanky, stacking armor. And two, most importantly, Black Cleaver gives a fat 30 ability haste. I believe that's more than any item in the game right now. I'm pretty sure about that. It's a lot. Apparently we stole dragon somehow. We'll R for this. Got our Q on him. Red Smite, auto attack Goredrinker. I held on to my W just in case Vayne showed up. Want to be able to stop the condemn. She's actually dead. Didn't notice that. Can't believe Thresh is really chasing this. Blocked his Flay with our W, and now he gets shredded from our bonus attack speed from blocking his ability, plus our E speed up from fearing him. Oh, Vayne, you're so greedy. Auto attack Goredrinker reset. We had our Red Smite burn on her. She's doing reduced damage, and she was also ignited, so she's taking double true damage burn over time. She had no chance. He doesn't know I'm here. He didn't see it because it's control warded. I literally shielded the I shielded his stun. Jinx my army here. Okay, she doesn't have R. She doesn't know where I am. We timed our W because if we W early and he hits us with one of his other abilities, it's gonna scrape it and then we get stunned. That's what happened to us once already. Something to look for if they have other abilities to quickly peel off your shield. It only blocks one ability and it only lasts for a second and a half, so your timing on it sometimes has to be pretty tight. Vayne's going for 𝗕𝗂𝐻𝐶𝐶 here. She's starting to build some armor because our team is 80 heavy. Plus, I'm eating her alive. My red smite's up, should be able to fight this. Blocked her condemn, got our threat smite, auto attack Goredrinker reset. And we can apply our lethal tempo way faster than her for two reasons. One, our W is giving us 30% attack speed right now. And since we blocked her condemn, it's giving us 60% instead for 5 seconds. On top of that, she was feared, so we got our lethal tempo fully stacked when she had hers like 1 stack and we had 6. So she really had no hope there in winning that fight. This is where Nocturne snowballs really, really hard. When you're big enough, you can jump on anyone and kill them. At this point, you just have to focus on not throwing your shutdown gold and still absorbing as many resources as possible. So for example, since we just killed Vayne, we're inside of her jungle instead, inside of ours like our mid laner, stealing our camps. Ours on such a low cooldown, only 1 minute. Goodbye, Vayne. She timed her condemn really well. She waited till my shield ended, which nearly killed her. She had 1 hit left on her. It was a good condemn. Props to her. Yeah, that Kench dash counters my fear really hard. Our fear takes 1.5 seconds to go off. His dash only takes like 1 second to cast. So it's pretty much impossible to fear him out of it if he starts it before you start your fear. We could use our Herald. We just got it, so there's no rush. I'd rather get a multi-pick, lay it, and end the game, because we still have several minutes to lay it. If it's getting closer to its expiration, then sure. If we only get a single target pick, then it is what it is. We still have more options at the moment. We shouldn't be diving underneath turrets. There's very little to gain out of that and a whole lot of risk of throwing shutdowns. I could find something here though. I only did it because my team already killed 1 or 2 of them, so it made more sense, plus my R was up. This will be inhib, if not base turrets. Kench shouldn't have done that. Now they will lose, most likely a base turret. Heck, they might even lose the next one. They don't hit it in the back. Oh, they hit it in the back. That was dirty. We gotta run away. We're out of mana. This is a bad situation to stay in. We can take the portal out, get another dragon. Even though Nocturne's late game isn't the best, if you're playing in Lethal Temple Goredrinker, having a late game Nocturne is actually way better than having a late game Warwick, and arguably better than having a late game Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao can struggle to get on top of his preferred target. Nocturne, it's point and click R. It's a lot of range. He will be on top of it. It's just a matter of can he stay on top, which if you land your fear, you will. R is up. We're getting a bunch of mana back because we're technically in the jungle. We're getting 16 back per second from our jungle item. That's why you see it going up so gosh darn fast. That's why junglers usually don't need to build mana items. Hey bud, flay me. Yep. We soaked the flay with our W. This is another inhib, then we can look to reset. Kled's already trying to solo the dragon. I don't know if he actually can. He doesn't really have any self-healing. Goredrinker only heals you. Oh, I guess it does give Omnivamp. They changed that at some point to give it Omnivamp. They nerfed its active healing, but they gave 10% Omnivamp. So technically he is healing against it with his auto attacks and abilities. Coming over here, Coming over here to give him some moral support. Let him know that I see what he's up to, and I appreciate it. Now we should all just group top side or force a Baron. Not a huge fan of forcing Barons unless they're playing up, in which case it's more of a bait rather than a force. Like, I don't want to take it while they're fighting us, but if they show up, we'll just turn on them, and we have the gold advantage to do so. Once again, I only went Black Cleaver second item instead of Sterix because I want the extra ability haste, and I am pretty fed to where having my R up more often is actually insanely valuable. And next item, GA, I think. I think GA is worth because we don't want to throw our shutdown gold. So if we can keep that 1,000 gold out of their hands, it'll be really good. Plus GA gives you some really useful stats of 80 armor and obviously coming back to life. The only way these guys could come back is if somehow Vayne got to 3 items and Jinx got to 3 items, and they're not going to wait for it. Instead, they're going to surrender. I hope you guys enjoyed this Nocturne Jungle gameplay commentary guide. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name is Kingstixbusiness. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Looking at damage dealt to enemy champions, we were definitely up there. We were technically the second highest damage dealt in the game, which is good as a jungler because you're not constantly getting to poke people down during lane phase, racking up that score. That being said, Lucian had an absurd damage output. He was number 1, I was number 2. Looking at damage taken, we were number 3 at 20,000 damage taken. Kled had taken more. Same thing applies though. For self-mitigated damage, we were kind of number 3, so decent. Lethal tempo, we had it maxed out for 31 seconds, and we had it maxed out 4 different times. That seems low. Something to keep in mind is, since the enemies were mostly squishies, we were still getting value out of it from having 1 through 5 stacks, and that wouldn't show up right here. Having anywhere from 1 to 5 would not show up. This is only for 6 stacks, and how many times you got it to 6 stacks. So many times we kill people with 1 to 5 autos rather than 6. So for Triumph, it healed us for 556 and gave us nearly 300 bonus gold. Alacrity completed at 11-minute mark. Coup de Grace 440 damage. Eyeball Collection maxed out, and only 4 stacks of Ultimate Hunter. I guess I didn't kill Jinx. I don't remember killing her. I killed Thresh, killed Kench. I'm pretty sure. Anyways, guys, you should definitely look to abuse Nocturne. He is easily one of the best noob and beginner jungler. Carry yourself from Iron to D4. After Diamond, things can get a little bit tricky because his levels 1 through 5 are more easily abused by better players. But Iron through Diamond, he's a beast.